Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Derptopia SMP. My name is Fiasco. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to be doing a little bit more work on our castle. Specifically, we are going to be working on our towers. As you can see, I've done a little mining off camera, and I have got our copper supplies back up to nominal, and even down here, we have got more copper, so we should be set. And look at that. It's already flying, just oxidizing like a champ. So we should be set on copper for a while. I don't know where the glass went that covered this up, but I'll just try not to fall in this hole, I suppose. Today we are going to be tackling 2 towers, I believe. Maybe more if we feel like it, but I have been designing these towers in creative, and it took quite a while to get some designs that I was happy with, and so I was kind of towered out for a while. So I've spent the last few days... Hello, friend. Oh, good lord. I should wear armor more often. I was a little towered out the last few days, so I just decided to do some mining, resource gathering, and I have been helping Ryan with his new redstone shop, because crafting redstone components in bulk is a genuine nightmare. I spent probably 5 hours restocking his shop, and oh, don't worry, I took a cut of the profits. So now that we're done farting around a little bit, let's dive right on in to building these towers. And I guess what I'll do is show you what I came up with in creative first. That way we can kind of see how the practical application of building in creative works. So let me pop on over to my test world and I'll show you what I came up with. And here we are in a creative world where I have been building away on some towers. As you can see here, we've got many different designs of tower, and I don't know which one is my favorite, quite frankly. Probably this one because it's the biggest. I tried a few different things, having a domed roof and then a structure coming on top of it. I've never tried that before, but I always admired that look. I probably won't end up using that one necessarily, but this one right here is going to be the towers on each side of our gatehouse. Originally, I was going to have them all unique, but I decided to scrap that idea because it was going to be way more work, and honestly, I don't know if it really would have looked much better. So this will be one side, and then there'll be another one over there, and then our gate will be in between them. And that is what we're going to get working on today. As you can see, we've gone with deep slate, which I have famously been struggling to build with. No, I don't like that there. I'm just going to dive right into it. We're going full deep slate. The copper, the warped wood, and the dark prismarine is going to be our palette for the walls. And I'm thinking some form of design of this for the walls in between. This was originally going to be the Great Hall, but I decided to go with the bricks instead. So I'll slice the roof off, probably make it about this tall, and see if we can make something that works there. But this wall kind of juts out, which is kind of an odd way to build a wall, but I like it. Kind of a whimsical thing. And just ignore that. That probably won't get used. So these are the towers. These all will be used at some point or another, and I just wanted to show them all in creative here first, in case I do some building off camera and you see these towers popping up, you know that they are already built. This took quite a while for me to get all these in play, but now they are ready to go, and most of them are unique. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and then that one. Those 2 are actually just the tops of those 2 towers, so we can ignore those. And if you're interested in doing stuff like this on your own, I would suggest looking up a tutorial for the structure block. I'm just learning how to use these bad boys on my own right now, and they have been fantastic. That's how I was able to just quickly copy and paste that one up there. They are super cool, a little bit hard to learn, or just to get the hang of. They're not actually that difficult, but yeah, once you know them, they are very nice. Another quick design tip that I'll just throw out there that I learned while I was building these towers is when you have large vertical sections like this, it really helps to break it up. And that was as simple here as just putting a few stairs here with some fence posts. It really helped break up this tower to make it look more segmented. Obviously, the design in here helped a lot with that too, but Even down here, just throwing a little bit of a break there, transition between the warp wood and the copper. And I even threw a little bit of prismarine in this one, just because I thought, why not, eh? Let's just go for it. So let's hop over into survival, and I'm going to just throw these bad boys up. Both of them done. By the time I am finished this sentence. Now, all done. As you can see, we don't quite have all of the copper oxidized yet. I just happen to have some partially oxidized copper, so that is kind of very slowly making its way to the oxidized phase. There's one right there. MVP block of copper. I do need to wax these as well, just to make sure that lightning doesn't mess anything up. Right? Yes, right. So that actually didn't take as long as I thought it was going to, so I think I'm just going to keep building away with the towers. I wonder, what one should I do next? That one's the big boy. That one should be pretty easy. I guess we should maybe just go in an order. Perhaps this one. I'll work on that one and that one next. That way we can kind of get an idea of this view. This castle is going to be pretty dense, actually. I realized after putting these two towers in, it's going to be quite a dense castle. The towers will almost end up kind of making one big unified wall around it. Should look pretty cool, though. Should look pretty cool with the palace sticking out top eventually, when we work on a design for that. So let's get cracking, I suppose, on this tower right here. And these two are kind of medium towers. I stand corrected. This one's actually quite a large tower. This one shouldn't hopefully take too long. But let's get cracking on that. And of course, I mean, it's going to be done in 3, 2, 1. Nah, I had you there, didn't I? You thought I was going to turn around. Okay, I'm going to get working on it. No one ever sleeps on this server, and it is driving me insane. All right, quick update on the towers. Bam! 2 more of them done, and look at those beefy boys. Looking pretty nice. Framing out our clock tower here, or I guess clock wall, not necessarily a tower. In fact, it's the only thing in this image that isn't a tower. Let's just, take a closer peek at these bad boys. Now, currently, the interiors of these are not really usable. You can go inside them, but they're not done up yet to a practical manner. And the roofs here should be spawn-proof. Yes, these are slabs. There's a few blocks there and there that require the lighting, but for the most part, these roofs are spawn-proof, thank goodness. I might end up adding slabs there, just because snow carpets or snow layers get built up just like that, and I'm not really sure if I want that or not. Undecided so far, so for now, we'll just leave it. So with these two, we are now halfway done our tower project. That is 4 of 8 total towers done and dusted. And these two actually shouldn't take that long. Although, that's what I thought about these two. I don't know why I thought that. These two were actually kind of complex. But these two did end up taking a little bit longer. This one especially, for some reason. That roof is just a little bit more complicated. And a majority of this whole bottom section here, is actually quite simple. It's when you start getting into the details and whatnot up there and there, that it actually does become quite a bit more time consuming. I am also going to need to wax that copper. I never thought about that. And that stuff. Great. Well, that's troubling. Maybe I'll just add a lightning rod. Oh, there is one right there. Good. So it should not hit our copper, which is really all I care about. So there's no sense in dilly-dallying. I guess we're going to try to get all of the towers done this episode. So this one are the same. So those two should be okay. And then this one here, I don't really remember what that one looks like. Hopefully not too complicated. And then this is our big boy. This is the flagship of the towers. And that one will take a little bit longer, but that's okay. So without further ado, let's just get cracking away. We'll just keep going in order. We'll take care of these two next. And wouldn't you know it, I got ahead of myself. and just went ahead and built a few more towers. 1 and 2 like we had planned, but also, who's this? Number 3, come on down. That's right, I also just went ahead and took care of that last little guy before our big boy gets put into place. This tower, fun fact, I actually got the measurements wrong somehow when I was putting it into creative. Oh, and it was only up to there. It was only 2 sections tall, and that obviously didn't work with the scale of how things worked. So I just went ahead and plopped another section on top of it, and it worked out pretty good, if I do say so myself. Now, let's just dive right into this. This has already taken me so long to do. We'll do a little fly around if I can get flying. Lots of people in the server tonight, lots of lag. You can see it's coming together very nicely. I've also thought a little bit more about my palace design, and we will get a little bit more into that next episode. But for the meantime, this is looking just perfect. It's going to be quite the meaty fort by the time it's done. When I said earlier that it was dense, I'm not kidding when I say that. It's not super well spread out, but it is going to look very cool when it's done. So let's get cracking on the big boy. It is, oh boy, I guess I'll try to keep track of how long it takes me to make this. I might need to go and get more copper and things like that, but for the most part, I think I have all the supplies I need, so I will not turn this camera on again until this darn tower is done. And after a little while later, exaggerating, it kind of took me a long time, we are finally done. Our final tower. Look at it. Oh, I'm glad we saved this one for the end. Ignore the scaffolding. I forgot about that. How embarrassing for me. Egg on my face. Let's go and get that down right now. The only thing I'm missing is about 40 shroom lights, just to put in the windows. I ran out. I had like 5 or 6 stacks of shroom lights, and they are all gone now. And they're just such a pain. I'll collect them tomorrow, or I'll see if one of my comrades has some, and I'll just fill in these windows, and then it is done. Still a lot to do. Oh, hello. We have a spy here. Interesting. That's probably just Hani taking a look at the build. So that's basically it for the episode, everyone. Let's get a nice view right here as we say goodbye, looking up at our beautiful new towers. Next project will be the walls to go around the towers or in between them, and then that is just going to really make it one cohesive structure, which I'm really looking forward to. And then after that, we're going to continue on with the top of the palace, which I mentioned earlier. I have some ideas for how that's going to look. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of work, but a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Fiasco, and I'll catch you in the next one.